Put together for us 10 key characteristics of top sales performers. I'm really keen to know what they are and what we should be looking for before we actually then start going and hiring and training.
Look, when I created the Top Gun Sales Academy program, and this is going back some time now, this is in the early 1990s, we studied more than 300 different industries and we interviewed top sales performers. In fact, we interviewed average sales performers and not so good sales performers. What we're looking for, what are the characteristics they all have in common? What are the characteristics that all high-performing salespeople all have in common? And we were wanting to create a program that was culturally right back in those days for just this part of the world, because a lot of the stuff from other countries, predominantly the United States, wasn't working here. And now we're kind of international. We train all over the world. We've broadened it. But our research found back in those days that there were certain things, certain characteristics that all high-performing salespeople had, regardless of the industry, regardless of the level of experience they have had in sales. And as we've continued the research today, we've now interviewed in many, many different countries and cultures, including many of the Asian cultures, European cultures, and we've come up with a list of 10 key characteristics that are evident and obvious with all high performers in sales.
All right, let's talk about them.
Okay, so here are the 10 key characteristics, as I said. Number one, surprise, surprise, attitude. Back to our old friend attitude. Attitude is almost everything. It's often said attitude is everything. Well, Harvard research, a Harvard research a number of years ago, study from Harvard, revealed there were three main factors that determine a person's success in life and in business. And they came down to, in sales, for example, product and industry knowledge, okay, and skills, selling skills, negotiating skills, business skills, and attitude. And I often draw a pie graph, a big circle on a chart for people in training programs, and I ask them, if you had to divide up that pie chart, what proportions do you think each would contribute? Product and industry knowledge, skills, and attitude. And people hazard a guess, but I'll cut straight to the chase. Product and industry knowledge, one would think, would contribute a very large proportion of the 100%. In fact, it's about 10%. Right, about 10% of a person's success in sales is going to come from their product and industry knowledge. Because let's face it, we've all known people who have a lot of product and industry knowledge, but their skills are really, really poor. They can't communicate, they can't sell. So product and industry knowledge, while it's important, and you should know 100% about your product and industry, it's only going to contribute about 10% to your success. Skill, well, skill is an area that I work in a lot, and I'd like to think is really, really important. But again, our research and Harvard's research has revealed that it's only about 10%. Only about 10%
Skills are 10%.
Only 10%.
Wow.
Which leaves us a massive 80% is attitude. So attitude isn't everything, but it's almost everything. 80% is attitude. Now, here I'll give you an example. What if somebody knows everything about the product and industry? They know everything about what they should do, they possess the skills, but they lack the attitude and motivation to actually go and do what they should do. And don't we all know people like that? They know what they should do. They've had the training. They've had all of the training in product and industry, but they don't do anything because they have a poor attitude. They're not motivated. Similarly, you flip that around. What if somebody has a really great attitude and they have fairly poor skills and they've got a fairly poor industry and product knowledge? With an attitude, a positive mental attitude and enthusiasm and passion and commitment, which are all attitude words, could they learn the skills? Absolutely. Could they learn them fast? Absolutely. Could they learn all about the product and industry? Very much so, and very quickly if the attitude is right. So this is why I keep coming back to attitude is such an important factor when you're selecting people and when you're interviewing people. It's also an important area to be continually developing in your people and maintaining a positive mental attitude. All successful people have a positive mental attitude. That they're very optimistic about how things are going to work out for them in life. The people who suffer from serious illness, and I can count myself amongst that because I had a serious illness a little while back. I think one of the things, apart from God being on my side and giving me another opportunity, was the fact that people in a situation like that, often what gets them through is having a positive mental attitude, believing optimistically they're going to get through it. Whereas sadly, we know some people who give up on themselves from a health situation, and they sadly pass away very, very quickly. So attitude is so important in every area of our life. Yeah, I do a whole seminar about this.